No.
I've played scales in a long time. It's fun.
You do them every day?
I'm using my hand to like do this.
I need the red.
You need the red? Alright, here.
Mom,
Oh, that's
what I'm
good.
using. Oops.
No. Oops.
No, it's not.
Oh, you're doing a carrot on it? That's a good idea.
Let's see.
Did you draw a carrot on it?
No.
Oh, I thought it looked like a carrot. What was it?
Oh, it's just these designs.
Oh.
I'm going
Well,
like,
I'm going to draw carrots
Mom.
on my next one then.
I'm going like
Yeah, that's
this and
interesting.
breaking the
Tell me
egg.
some you've done.
Okay, show some, Dad, some we've done.
Well,
This one I did. It says Easter on it.
Let me see. Hold it up for me.
It's supposed to. It's tripping.
Hold it kind of still so I can focus on it.
Okay. E A S T E R, and then there's the E again.
Okay.
Here's one that's just got
Alex's red, white, and blue.
no,
That's
it
great.
isn't.
purple.
Purple,
Oh.
yellow, and red.
And then this one.
And it says Easter down there, and on the other side, it's
Easter
an
bunny.
Easter bunny.
Wait, let me zoom in on that.
Is it okay if I dip this, even though it's cracked?
Good.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great, Alex.
Thanks.
And here's mine with a tulip on one side and a daffodil on the other side.
Here's one that was
Here's
just made.
mine. Just gonna be.
Here's one that
I'm
was
a where's
just
purple?
made.
Mm-hmm.
Purple here, red all around, green
Purple?
here, blue
Is there
here,
purple?
and yellow
Is
here.
there purple dip?
Yes.
Yeah, right here.
Wait, don't leave yet. We are about to witness what this shall look like, even though it's cracked. Not
Here's
very
the-
exciting yet, but we'll see.
Oops. One of my carrots
Is
didn't
this
look
good
much like
enough?
a carrot.
You can keep it in longer. I'll zoom in on it for a second. Bring it up right now. Interesting.
That's what you'll find. I don't think I could even try to film this.
Yeah, I didn't know I wasn't supposed to make them really hard.
Hey, up there, I found it. I'm not tall enough, you know, so. Justin, this is mine. Never mind. She's trying to get it down.
No, I didn't put that one up there. Yeah, I put it up there. You want to get it down? Oh no, there's.
I found it.
Let Justin
No,
get
let us get it down. No.
Alex.
No.
Now, Cliff, don't dump all the seeds out.
I'm sorry, I put that one in there.
Three.
Really visual one, but.
Yeah. Nick,
Oh, I
we
guess
can
that's
save
what
that
that's
one
for.
for
You need to put in there, but now you
That's Justin.
Oh, okay.
You can't go in the street.
one of our neighbors for the 4th of July does a penny toss. And she tosses out about $10 worth of pennies in her yard. And then the kids go looking for the pennies.
Oh wow.
And I'm sure, you know, there must be a lot of them that get caught up in the lawnmower.
Oh, yeah.
Where'd you find it, Alex?
No, Andrew.
Where'd you
Dad
find it?
took.
Under here.
Oh,
Ew, sick. What is that? What?
yours yet?
I found Justin. You did?
Andrew, get up off the ground.
Well, I know where it is, so it's no fun.
All right, get up off the ground though.
No, I want to get mine last.
But if I get it, I'm keeping it.
I'll go slow-mo.
No, Andrew, get up. Now.
Oh, Grandma! Yay! Yay! Yeah.
Okay. Well, okay, stand up one more time. Nice job. Great.
Is there going to be any in the cars? Is there any in the cars? Let's see if anyone's ready. I already found Justin.
But you're on your own?
Oh my gosh! I found something! This is
He said the best
That's the
deal he
cue
could
ball.
see out of
Okay,
it was the
you have to hold the yellow thing up to there and then let go of
We've
the
already
white
got
thing.
one.
Okay,
It's
show
one
me.
of the color screen deals. where you use everything.
Hey, you got one in, didn't you?
So this is one will be?
Good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna play with my marbles. And what happens in like
Alex, you're gonna play with your mom.
I think it's got a 10 power.
Andrew.
I think that's being not funny anymore. Hey, you knocked my ball.
So I'm actually because ours is really hard to film sporting activities and stuff. It's black and white, to be honest. It gives me a headache.
Is this gravy right here?
Don't let that.
Sometimes just getting started is the hard part. Yeah.
Are we having a goose dinner? Let's go down and I'm gonna play marbles. I'm gonna play with marbles.
What do you mean?
Check one. Check. Ah. Okay. Hi. I think you have to tie it right here, remember? Is that on? Oh, hi!
I think it's done, yes. It's falling apart now, so it must be done.
Good. Looks good.
In fact, I was worried.
Who's there to snitch a bite?
I think the official tester is
Watching the game here, huh?
Nick, do you want to get up and get a bite?
Yeah.
official tester.
Well, what do you think?
Tastes like turkey.
Good. Looks good. I want a bite.
Did that get on a jam?
No. First, you blow up the balloon. Then you tie it.
Do it quickly because my battery's running out.
Okay, then you
Back up a little bit.
use this rubber band to tie around here. And the way you use it is you hold the rubber band and you go like this. Here's an example of
Andrew and Alex could come.
Here's an example of what happens when you try to blow it. Oh yeah.
Pretty impossible to see, but there's a couple of turkeys out there. I'll try to get a better view.
That must be the female I'm looking at.
I wonder where the male is. Because he certainly was courting her before. Can you see it?
Mm-hmm.
Noises. Honey. It won't help you see in the distance at all. It's just for... It won't help somebody with good eyes see better.
Well, today is April 12th, 1997, and we've had a bit of snow. Uh-oh, car's coming. Here's the new bench that I just finished oiling 2 weeks ago when it was almost 80 degrees out here in the yard. At least the trees are pretty. And it's dripping and wet. We know it won't last long. There's my tulips that are up about 4 or 5 inches, covered with netting to keep the rabbits from eating them. I think that's the least of our worries right now. And the crows are flying. There's lots of crows out there today, eating the leftover corn from the deer hunters. And we just hung a couple of bird feeders, bird houses this week out there in the woods. You see a tree that tipped over there. Another bigger tree over by the Langs. And several more out in the woods in our windstorm last week. There's going to be a lot of cleanup to do. And there I see a birch tree that I need to get out and get the snow off of, or it's going to snap right off. You wondered who I was talking to? A few crocuses did actually bloom before the snow came. I guess this is the kind of pictures you always see in the advertisements, how they tolerate the snow. Well, they're the first things to bloom.
See in the dark. You know, you guys, these are good.
Howie, it's dark out.
Hey,
I can see.
hey,
Well, Howie's got his camera too.
Andrew, come here.
Let's go.
What color are you claiming, Rick?
Well, I have a good feeling about
Does
this.
Steve care?
You know why I have a good feeling about this? I just bought stock in a company called Gene Labs, The name of the street is Penobscot.
Oh, that is good. A good omen.
I don't get it.
The name of the canoe is Penobscot.
Well, I loaded these myself.
Is it down?
Yeah. You can't even see, can you?
Nope. Where? Here they come.
Wow,
These are 3 beautiful canoes.
I like that one.
I like the green.
Regular thing.
Would you like to stay for a few minutes and,
No.
and sing
Are you,
happy birthday to
on?
Stacy?
Yeah,
Oh, sure.
I have an email.
There was one of those goes back there.
Hey, are you going to go on that river race?
Thinking about it.
Take your pack with you.
2 packs.
Take 2 packs. Make sure they fit.
Make sure they're full. None of this.
I don't want to be weighed down.
You're going to be in the race?
Maybe. Steve might.
I've seen your paddle.
You know what?
There's your daddy.
It's for a video camera.
I mean, is that the only dad?
We're still young.
That's right.
No,
Is my little cousin there?
What?
Is my little cousin
I'm
there?
Rebecca, can you say hi?
I'm here.
Can you say hi, Rebecca?
Rebecca's busy.
Rebecca's eating.
This is Alex. This is Andrew.
Hi, Lori.
I'm not athletic foodie. That's not very smart.
I think we just got call weighted. I'm not sure I heard a beep.
Yeah. I don't know how to do call waiting on this.
Dad, Josh could get everybody, Tim, Lori, and him on conference call at the same time.
Yeah, you just have
Lord, hang on a second.
Okay.
That's
Dad,
alright, whoever it is, you call back.
Josh could get Tim and Lori
Pass out the
and
book.
him on conference call at the same time.
Forgetting their meetings.
I don't care.
No, that's
Hey, get a phone. No, get your portable phone.
Marvin.
Okay, start,
Whenever
guys.
you're ready, guys.
Is our book the practice part?
My name's not Rita.
I don't care. You want these?
Sing it loudly so Zaydie can hear.
Okay, first can you sing? Yeah. Hang on, Bubbie's bothering us. Do you want some of this? Just bring it up.
They're getting ready to do their blessings. Let them do their 4 questions.
Hey,
guys.
Hi, Sam.
Can I get my camcorder? But I want Julie to hear it.
He's listening.
Wait, don't go so fast.
Do it over for Denise. You just push it off.
You're going to try to not get
You can get it all from Howie.
Can you pass this to Marvin?
Just come in.
I don't know.
That stuff looks like it's gonna walk.
Wait, you guys are going to do it over. Mr. Bean.
Get some yet?
Here, Mr. Bean, moving, Mr. Bean. How I was there, so I knew Mr. Bean. How I was there, so I knew Mr. Bean. say?
What do you want?
What is this all about? Huh? Tell him. With the mighty hands and our God out of Egypt, out of the house of bandage.
Hey, don't eat that.
Bondage
It's going to be dead. It's been in the open air forever.
Looks like it.
Is that a fresh bottle?
Who doesn't know how to act?
Take them and cover it. I just opened that.
Steven, it's your turn.
Right to that part right now.
Peoples, would every blood
There's an emergency prayer right now. Close it up.
Hey Alex,
Hi.
can you describe what you're doing?
I am making a fly out of a fishing hook and some
dog hair from Taz.
Good. And what are you going to do with it?
I'm going to make it into a fly for fishing. I already made one, but I just need some thread to wrap around here so that the fur stays. And I'm making another one right here, which would probably be better in a way and worse in a way. Better because it has 3 hooks, 1, 2, 3.
Wow. I sure wouldn't want to be a fish. I'd be in trouble.
This one would be easier to tie the thread on, so it would look better, although it does have a weight on it.
Well, I'll get you some thread then, okay?
Okay.
Hi, I'm typing up the bibliography of my Alaska report.
Okay.
Andrew's a good typist. He can type pretty fast.
Depending on what the words are.
We've got a couple of mallards that have moved into our swamp out back, and they've come to visit our sump pump. Get a little drink of water. Looks like they're thinking about coming up on the deck even. It looks so funny seeing them out in the woods waddling around. It's not where you expect to see ducks. They're always together as a pair, too. They probably don't have any idea where they're going. They're just looking around, trying to decide what to do. Going for a little walk down the driveway. This is the first time I've ever seen a red-headed woodpecker. I'm hoping it'll go up a little higher on the tree to get a little better view of it. And we have goldfinches at our thistle feeder, a male and a female. Now I'm outside. This is a little better view, I'd say. And down there is the mess we've been working on, trying to replace our footbridge and put down some stones to make a little bit of a pond. gonna be a big job. And I might as well take a picture of my flowers that are blooming right now too. The bleeding hearts just started. The daffodils are hanging on a long time because it's been so cold. It was in the mid-30s last night. And out here I guess I could do a quick sweep of the front yard. The daffodils and tulips have been blooming and are just about finished. The tulips anyway. Other things are just starting to come up. And here the shad tree is just starting to bloom. The Pachysandra is still real yellow. I hope it greens up a little bit. The astilbe looks real healthy though. Well, they're getting loaded up and almost ready to take off. An hour or two later than what they originally thought, I think. Might just have a little trouble getting out of the driveway, that's all. Bye, Rick!
I never said bye.
Bye. Excellent parking job, Josh.
Bye, Mom.
You earned great awards for that.
Don't forget to pick up Rick.
We gotta pick up Rick?
Yeah.
That's cool. Bye.
Would you watch where you're going?
I'm watching.
Okay. Yep.
Bye.
Don't gain any weight.
We won't be able to get the car back.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Bye. Things have probably matured a little bit since I last videotaped. I think this tree is called a Korean spice bush, and it's really smelling good. And the astilbe have grown quite a bit. And the shad is blooming. And the bleeding hearts are blooming. Looks like I need to get some water in that bird feeder, bird bath. And I'm just about ready to start some planting. It's Memorial Day weekend. It's early, but we're hoping that it's late enough. Here's some pansies. And some double impatiens that look just like tiny little roses. They're so pretty. We haven't gotten rid of our deer skeleton yet. I think it's kind of cool there, actually. And I've got workers out here today.
What?
Hi.
Hi.
Hi. What are you doing?
Sanding the new bridge.
Yeah. And then what are we going to do?
Walk across it.
Yeah, that's not exactly what I had in mind. Then we'll put a sealer on it so that it protects the wood from the rain. You're a good worker.
Yeah, I finished with this side of the post.
Good. Tell the camera what you did this morning.
Oh, I was pulling garlic mustard in the woods.
Yeah. For about an hour all by yourself. You did a great job. How you doing, Andrew? Andrew, tell me about what we're going to do this afternoon.
Go to Jurassic Park, the Lost World,
Right? With?
with Bert Commissar. And I'm going with Ben Lesko.
Uh-huh. And?
You were going with BJ.
Oh yeah, BJ. And what?
And, oh yeah, they're sleeping over.
Good. That's why you're helping me work now, right? So you can have your reward later, right?
Yeah, and so we can earn money.
Hello.
Hi.
You hold the
I really
gun.
appreciate you guys' help. We got the whole thing sanded in about 45 minutes maybe.
Yeah.
So now I'm going to scrub it down and then we'll put the sealer on it, hopefully before it rains.
Do
Okay?
you like the music in the background?
Very nice music. You picked it out, huh?
Yep.
Okay. What station?
I don't know.
Okay.
Because usually the radio's screwed up, but it's a good station.
Okay. That's enough.
Turn it off.
So what do I do?
You push the.
If you push the button and it says standby, then you talk while you're doing it.
This is Andrew taking a video camera lesson. And in the previous part, you in the background, you might have just heard the station we are listening to. There's Alex. And there's my mom.
Very good view of me, I think.
Nice view of the woods. There's the house. There's the sunroom. And there's the bird feeders that we made with Grandpa.
Right there is a bird feeder that Andrew made out of Cheerios. And right there is one that
There's another right there.
I made.
Over to the right.
And here's another one that I made. And
That's the show for now. Thank you for coming to our studio. Or whatever.
By Susan Ogilvy, and then he will close with The Swallow by Bird.
June 13th. Things have grown a bit since the last time I videotaped. The Pachyssandra's finally getting some new growth. The yews are getting some new growth, and this stuff is miniature dwarf lady's mantle, and it's getting all this little fuzzy yellow flower that's just starting to form. These have just been planted for, about maybe a week or 10 days. These I just planted a few days ago. And the sun is so bright this morning, but I wanted to show that the wild geranium is in full bloom. I actually have a couple of daffodils that are just finishing. They were really late this year. And what I really wanted to show is that the columbine are starting to bloom. See if I can find one in color here. There's our deer skeleton. We kind of just left it there. It became part of the landscape. Don't know if I can walk down these steps without tripping. It says battery low. And here's my red columbine that are blooming now. And the bleeding hearts. See if I can get a close-up of one of these. And the forget-me-nots are starting to come. And the ferns. This will all look a lot more full by the middle of summer. We're still just in the beginning of spring here. And the white bleeding hearts are in full bloom right now. And the sweet woodruff, which has spread real well. I had planted just little tiny patches of it in the fall, and those little tiny patches have gotten pretty big. And then if we follow the path along to this side of the house, we've got some more steps going up. This is a stand of mayaples, which are blooming right now. And here's the blossoms of the mayaples found underneath the canopy of leaves. And the path, which is a bit overgrown, leads on up to the other side of the house then. We've had a lot of jack-in-the-pulpits this year. It's really been a good year for them. You recognize them by the big three-leafed plant that looks similar to the trillium. And then this is the flower. At one point I had 3 different colors of violets here. Here are the white ones. Just a little bit of the yellow one left. What's left of a trillium. Purple violets. And just a little bit left of one plant of Virginia bluebells. Actually, no, I see that's not Virginia bluebells, it's Jacob's ladder. I'd like to get more of this wild geranium all around the house. It's so pretty, and it stays nice all year. It only blooms for a little while, but the ground cover is nice. And back around this side of the house, and everybody's waiting by the car, ready to go. Right?
Right.
Okay.
It's Andrew and Jill out canoeing on Lake Okiboji. It's 9:15 o'clock already at night. Moon's coming up. There it is. Kind of a slightly hazy night. The water's pretty still in here. Get out a little farther in the lake and you've got the wake of some motorboats and jet skis to contend with. Like that. Yeah, it looks like they're turning around and thinking about coming back. There's Nick. Getting ready to put his line in the water.
That you're dealing with helps you a great.
Hi guys.
I'm used to sleeping with noise.
With noise?
Yeah.
What kind of noise?
I have radio on for Jim White and get up with Paul Harvey.
Yeah?
Paul Harvey isn't on in the morning anymore.
No?
Yeah, I tell you what, he said whose picture was on the $3 bill.
Mm-hmm.
Who?
Who's on the $3 bill?
Yeah.
The $2 bill?
$3 bill. Ein, zwei, drei, zwei. Santa Claus.
Mm-hmm.
How do you figure that?
I don't know.
It doesn't make sense. I've never seen a $3 bill.
I haven't either.
You paid $3 for what?
Pull tooth.
To pull tooth?
Yeah.
Huh. Only $3, huh?
Long time ago.
I was gonna say, boy, it'd be probably $300 now.
Not quite.
You can eat without your teeth?
I'm a good drummer.
Yeah?
Ah, good catch.
Yeah.
Hit the batter.
I picked corn here a long time ago. Milford, Iowa.
Really?
Get the horses up, take a lunch along.
Did you come to the lake?
No,
Was there a lake there then?
I suppose there was. I don't know how I got down there, really.
Hmm.
That's yeah. There's one 43.
Oh, man.
Must have been about 53.
Yeah.
I know she had a babysit while we were here.
Uh-huh. And so, was there a camp here at all then?
Oh,
or?
yeah.
Yeah?
Very similar to what it is now.
Really?
Yeah. GCT Eifert. Nickname was Cabby.
Mm-hmm.
We take boys out and let them show them bugs and trees and stuff. They took some bugs apart and put them together again. So, Professor, what kind of bug is this? What do you think he said?
I don't know.
It's a humbug.
A humbug? Yeah.
Seems like there should be more.
Yeah.
How many were there 3 years ago?
123.
Wow. So only about half that many this time, huh?
Who was all here then?
Where'd they all go this year?
I don't know.
Oh, yeah,
There's the bat's roost. This is where Howie and I went canoeing from the big lake down under that bridge and under this bridge and around the playground and under that channel, I think. And the channels just go on and on and on. What?
My dad caught a 12-inch.
12-inch what?
My dad caught a 12-inch bass and I caught a 10-inch bass.
Wow. Do you still have it or you threw them in?
I threw them back. Back to these.
Looks like Alex has a bunch of seaweed. There's plenty of it under there.
Go on this water. I don't want that.
I got the best seat in the house.
Obviously, Cliff knows what he's doing because I can tell Susan's not really paying attention. She's just trusting Cliff to get her where you need to go. Off into the sunset.
You got one, Alex?
Yeah. Oh, that's the same one I got this morning.
Oh, nice one. Get it up over the dock so he doesn't get off. What'd you catch him on? Oh. Get him by the bottom lip. Pinch it hard, Alex. There, you got him. Look over here, Alex. Alex. Okay, look back at your mom. Okay, you gonna release him? Let Alex release him if you want.
Let Alex let him go.
Yeah.
Can talk.
We're on TV here. I can show you.
It's Gary and Carrie. And Mom. Say hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom. Turn it off.
No. There.
Okay, close it up.
Yeah.
Andrew, please, come on.
Let's get Carrie background.
Oh, well. Hi, Carrie.
Hi. The precious from the rainforest there.
Do you like
The stone, yeah, the stone medicine. They're talking really start from the rainforest.
This is real ball.
Oh, thank you. I just want to film Andrew first, okay?
This is from Grandma, because your special happy birthday grandson. Andrew, wishing you a wonderful birthday and all life's good things too. For a certain special grandson who loved the whole year through. Special love on your birthday. God's blessing always. We love you, Grandma.
Andrew, if the blade is too sharp, I have to dull it up a little bit for you.
Oh yeah, this will fit. This is good. Good size. Nebraska shirt. You needed the Nebraska shirt.
Yeah. I could use it.
I think any big fisherman like you could be trusted with keeping that in your tackle box.
And not using it on your brother.
And not using it on your brother.
And then I could use it in the bottom.
And to be very careful with these fingers. No.
Right.
The first time I hear you've been taken to the hospital for stitches, the knife comes back to me.
And the finger that you cut off goes
And the
to
finger.
Grandma.
I get the finger first. Okay.
Today is the day before my birthday.
And your first day of
Today was Father's Day.
your first official day of vacation at home.
No, Flag Day.
Flag Day it is?
Yeah.
Flag Day was Saturday.
Okay. We should put our flag out. And what do
We
you,
got instruments.
okay. What have you
Thing play.
What have you learned so far?
How to play a note.
Well, and what note is that?
I think it's B. Yeah. And I taught myself how to play 3 songs.
Okay. Show us.
Baba Black Sheep. Baba Black. Okay, never mind.
Baba Black Sheep.
Yeah. The ABCs and
Twinkle Twinkle, I bet.
Little Star. Those are
Okay.
all the same song.
All right.
This is it.
Okay, good. And Andrew, are you ready to do your note?
I can play a few.
Okay, try a few notes.
Not the greatest.
All right.
That's better.
Okay. Can you play a few notes together? I mean,
No, you can't.
one right after another?
Ah, stupid chair isn't right.
Oh, that sounded good. Okay, good.
Good enough for my first day.
For your first lesson, because you really only learned one note, right? B?
Yeah, well, I was only supposed to learn one note.
Okay, well tomorrow you'll learn more.
Yeah, I cheated.
And then we'll tape you again at the end of 3 weeks.
Now, a chord.
All right.
Watch me put this away.
Andrew, what was the score of the baseball game tonight?
1-0. Jeremy Burnett's hit a home run at the end of the game.
Everybody gets one. This is right.
This is
Everybody
Alexa's
gets
seat,
2
honey.
pieces.
Or Andrew's seat, I mean.
See, look. There's
Andrew?
enough for everybody to get 2
Oh, my
pieces.
flowers look so sick.
1, 2.
Isn't
that right, Ellen?
Alex died.
What do you
Everything else
think?
looks good. All right, I'll move it over by Andrew then.
Can each of us get 2 blue pieces?
2 blue pieces of candy, probably.
Okay, can we sing
Ready?
happy birthday?
Here we go.
Not yet.
Let me light it first.
Drawing the bird signal. Or sign. Logo, whatever.
Happy birthday
You're not sure you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Andrew. Happy birthday to you.
Not now, I'm busy drawing.
Well, we want cake, whether you do or not.
Well, can I at least show my picture so far?
Okay. Make a
Blow-
wish.
Make a wish and blow
Make
us.
her put on your new hat for a picture.
Andrew, blow out the
Come on,
candles.
Andrew. We want cake.
Andrew.
Okay, you'll do this
Rip
later.
off a little piece and burn it.
Make a wish. Don't spit.
Don't you
Better
wish.
not. Can I help you, boy?
Don't you wish.
Wait a minute.
Put your hand through the fire.
Okay.
Alright, Ben, put the hat down.
Yes.
Okay, everybody look there and smile. The flash?
No, it didn't. Do the flash again.
I touched the wick.
Alex, don't, honey.
Oh, I'm at the end of the roll. I can't.
Oh dear. Okay. Alright, well, too bad.
Alright.
Okay, make a wish and blow out the candles.
Wish. That's the brewer's been every day.
That would be a good wish.
Real serious.
I wish.
Don't say it out loud. It won't come true.
Hurry up.
I got 3 wishes in one.
So I
I
think you turned
wish.
the flash on and left it on.
I wish
No.
for more
Leave the
wishes.
camera
No,
open.
I've never turned the flash
Do
on.
that.
Alright, forget it.
Wait,
You're
I'm not
losing
done
out.
yet.
Do I wish for more
Alright,
wishes?
blow.
Yeah, 5 wishes. This better come true. Hey!
See,
Well, here's the flooding in the basement we had today. Water level has actually gone down a fair amount already because I got another sump pump going because the other one was completely submersed in water and stopped working. I'll just pan around the corner here to give a rough idea of what's going on. I can't really see what I'm filming. So you can probably see that the exercise equipment is completely underwater. Over into the other room, and this is water that's come down probably 6 inches already. Everything's floating. Many things will be ruined.
Okay, the water has receded and we're about ready to start trying to dry back it up, wet back it up.
Do you want me to tell you some of the things that are
Yeah,
water down here?
yeah. You can see where the water level was, up 20 some inches. The chairs were totally knocked over and submerged in water.
Floating.
Floating. It knocked over
Even this
the
big chair was floating.
basketball hoop. Yeah, even the big chair. I suppose the upholstery's all wet. I'm sure, because the water was higher than that.
The bottom pad is.
Okay.
The exercise machine, the weight machine is electronic. That was underwater. The treadmill was totally underwater as far as the mechanical portion of it. You got your stereo speakers that were underwater. And the VCR
Oh, yeah.
case with videotapes inside were underwater, but I don't think that the
Why don't you open it so we can see?
I don't think the VCR itself was underwater.
Just all the electrical, the cords and everything.
Yeah, things are pretty soaked in there.
Okay. Oh, and yeah, all thrown around it looks like.
Things are pretty soaked. Numerous kids' toys.
Oh, look at this thing laying on its side.
Yeah.
The electronic car set.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was on the floor before I picked it up. And of course the paneling and
Oh my, look at the dehumidifier over there. Oh, look at this thing, it's just full of water. You just lifted this up? No, this is the second one.
oh, the
Each
Yeah.
drawer. Even the second one.
Yeah.
Well, because yeah, it was up that high too. Totally filled with water.
Wow. Yeah. But not the third one.
Okay. The dehumidifier totally knocked
Yeah,
over.
I can't believe it.
Because it's so heavy. Oh, and that car. What was in here? What's this electronic thing?
That's part of the road race set.
Okay.
Maybe that'll dry out, who knows. Panel's all buckled there. You can see.
Some of the pictures from the wall.
Yeah, those are
Totally ruined. And in here, who knows until we start going through boxes.
Yeah, well, definitely some camping equipment and some new light fixtures that we had bought and hadn't replaced yet, including one for the kitchen and under cabinet lights for the kitchen, tent, sleeping bags. Who knows about the furnace and the water heaters yet. I had to replace the sump pump because the other sump pump was totally submerged.
I think most of this is kitchen stuff that was in a box. There was stuff for Tim. I see pieces of Tupperware down here. This is our water pump. I suppose the hot water heaters, probably the ignition, the pilot light went out on those. There'll be 3 of those, Howie, 3 hot water heaters. I can see there's a box of Easter stuff that was on the lower level. And a box of Halloween stuff. They'll be ruined. And a box of Christmas stuff. We don't know whether this is sewage or just silt and dirt that came up from the drain. It was just pouring out of the drain here when the sewer lift station quit working when the power went out about 4:30 or 5 this morning. Oh, we've got speakers back here too that had water all the way up the side of them. You know those extra speakers?
Oh yeah.
And our furnaces. We don't know how high the water can go before it causes permanent damage with the furnaces. It looks like it probably was about this high, so maybe not into these vents. There's a woven rug here that's about a 9 by 12, and another woven rug that is probably about a 6 by 9. And you can see on Howie's tool chest just how high the water went. It's pretty amazing how looks like it stripped all the color off of that, unless it just left a residue. Sump pump's working. Well, we've made a little progress in starting to get some stuff out of here. I just realized that we've got quite a few rugs actually and a vacuum cleaner that'll be shot. About a 30 by, I don't know, 60 inch Oriental rug runner, and the one in the back there is worth more. That one I know I paid about $300 for. I think I have this receipt still. The vacuum cleaner, and then the other thing there is just a carpet scrap that we use at times. Here I've got Easter decorations, all the stuffed animals of course, and the Easter baskets will have to go out. I'll save what I can. Also down here is a kitchen fluorescent lighting fixture that we had not yet installed. And you can see how warped some of the walls are from the water. Well, it's 2 days later and we're making progress. We've gone over the floor probably I don't know, 10 times or so with the wet vac. We figure we've taken up about 100 gallons of water. It's starting to smell really musty. You can pretty much see the water line on the wall, especially on the paneling where it's all warped. Some of the things we're not sure whether we'll be able to salvage is the kids' electronic car race set. I'm assuming the water softener will be okay. I still have to call Culligan. It looks like it's a self-contained unit. With our drinking water system, the filters are way up here, so they're okay, of course, but our storage tank was down here, and it had tipped over and was upside down when we found it, and had been floating around in the water in there. I set it back upright, and we're using the water, so I hope that it's okay. We're assuming water can't get out once it's in there. There is kind of a valve up at the top. And the bottom of the storage tank is kind of rusty already, so I don't know, maybe the storage tank will have to be replaced. There was a weight sitting up on top of the weight bench, and I suppose the weight bench, the foam padding got so soaked with water that it caused the vinyl cover to rip where the weight was. I think we're going to wait on the exercise equipment for it to completely dry out, give it a week or so, and then plug it in and give it a try. We haven't tried any of our outlets down here yet to find out whether they're still working. One of the amazing things is this post that the kids had photographs on. That was one of the things that they worried about as we talked about what damage there was. And these are just scotch taped on, and they seem to have survived just fine. The ceiling was slightly warped to start with and had a few water stains on it, but the ceiling tiles are more warped now than they ever were before, I think just from all the humidity. One of the things that we're kind of sad about is we're probably going to have to get rid of this storage unit that is one that my dad and I built when Tim was only, I don't know, 3 years old or so. It's made out of particle board, and it got water in these lower drawers to the point where we can't open the drawers at all. And we did take the wet vac and suck out as much water as possible. But I don't expect that those drawers will ever be functional again, and I think we'll probably end up having to get rid of the piece. You can see even on the walls how with all the humidity, pictures have warped. These are just some posters. This electronic weight machine has the electronics down here somewhere, so we're not sure what the situation will be with that. I finally got this door open to this closet today to look inside and found more of the kids' toys. Yesterday they cleaned as many of their little toys as they could to keep and drew away a lot of them that weren't washable. Let's see, by the time we get to this level, there wouldn't be damage to the games. Down here there's a couple of games and a doll and more squishy stuff down there. And there's that yucky sludge. And down here looks like just a couple of games, Go For It and Blow It, I think is the Game of Life. There's a light bright back in there that we'll just end up tossing rather than trying to clean those little pieces. A puzzle that obviously we won't try to salvage. In here, just a big picture frame would probably be the only thing that would be a loss of any value at all. Here's another example of the warping. This is under the basement stairs where Howie had built a little playhouse for the kids. The plyboard is coming loose from the wall. You can see the warping in there. These two stereo speakers were just filled with water. You can see where the water level was. We tipped them on their side and drained out as much as we could, and we're trying to let them air out right now, but I kind of doubt if they'll work. One of the things that we thought would be okay would be these chairs, but the cushions are just totally soaking wet, and the wood has a fair amount of damage. We're to the point where I'm not getting very much water sucked up anymore. This rug doctor has just been a lifesaver at $20 a day. We've had it just for 2 days. I'm debating whether to keep it one more day because I'm sure there'll be more seepage through during the night, and then we could shampoo the carpet with it too. For now, I just did some foam around the edges, and I'll just use a rag and start cleaning the silt or whatever it is out of the corners, since the rug doctor doesn't do a very good job of that. Once I've done the whole perimeter of the room, then I'll do the whole room. It's not stuff that's really intended to be used on wet carpet, but the carpet is only partly wet now, and I'm afraid if I use the wet vac and add more water to it, that'll do more harm than good. And Andrew and Alex are maybe going to help me with this last stage of the game, since I only have about an hour and a half before it's due back. Back here we've still got a bit of a mess to clean up. This is one of the boxes that disintegrated that had Howie's old, I think it was Julius's, his dad's old electric train set. I hope that's not ruined. We still haven't been able to get open the drawers of Howie's tool chest. I'm sure they've got standing water in them still. This suitcase was filled with old clothes that were to be used for the rummage sale. I haven't even had the guts to open it yet and find out how bad it is. I can throw it all in the wash, but I'm more likely to just throw it all in the trash. These chairs we thought would be just fine, but we see that a couple of them, the seats, are splitting now from I suppose, all the water. We still have standing water in some places in the back room. I'm not sure why that hasn't receded yet. I thought I had squeegeed out the whole area, but especially along this back wall. Obviously I hadn't finished cleaning it yet, but and around the sump pump, which is a low area, there's still quite a bit of water. I mean, not a lot, just a half inch or so. Alex is diligently washing things down with a detergent and bleach solution. Obviously they've got so many balls that they don't want to throw away, and we're hoping they'll be okay once they're scrubbed down. Baseballs and Alex, I think, probably absorbed enough stuff that you might have to throw them away. You can let them dry out in the sun for a while and see. Their catcher's equipment was one of the things that they saw floating out in the water that they were concerned about. Oh, I need to get their catcher's mitt out here. It weighs about 10 pounds. It's so waterlogged. I'm hoping to just totally dry those out and then maybe spray them down with Lysol or wipe them down with Windex or something like that to have some semblance of them being clean again. Yesterday I had sleeping bags hanging out here. I had to wash 3 sleeping bags that had gotten wet, but they did okay. What didn't do okay was one of our tents that had to be thrown away. As I'm digging through, I'm finding some things I hadn't thought about before. These fluorescent light bulbs are the warm fluorescent for our kitchen fixture. I think there's 10 bulbs here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm not sure why we have so many bulbs, but I don't know whether they'll tolerate being submerged in water or not. And then sitting behind those light bulbs were all these art pieces, which I hate to even look at. Things we've gotten at art fairs. Oh, it just makes me sick to look at these that are ruined. Guess we shouldn't have had them sitting down here.
For example, selecting the F merge code puts the first field data into the memo. If we...
I don't know what was happening with the video camera, so I don't know if I got these or not. This is from an art fair. You see the water damage. This was Howie's grandparents' picture. We used to have it hanging in our living room. It's an antique. More emotional value to him than financial, actually. And the same with these that were both given to us during at our wedding. That I don't know if they'll be able to be dry cleaned or not, but we'll try. The frames will probably have to be discarded.
On with your writing. The old plot.
And there's so electrical set of street lights and the house, and amazingly even some that were found like this things that could be salvaged. But boxes and packages, these were dripping water just out of them. Of course, the snow we had, different kinds for the snow. Well, in one box of Christmas stuff, I found a couple of needlepoint pillows that were soaking wet and an Afghan. They were in plastic, but the water got inside. These crocheted things we'll try to save. I think they were from Kelly's Grandma Wilk. All these baskets are soaked, but I'll dry them out and see how they look when they're done. This is one of the things that I'm most upset about. It's the needlepoint that Johnny did for Tim when he was born. I'll probably try to take it out of the frame and have it dry cleaned. Not that it's something he'd necessarily hang, but you never know if he had a kid, or maybe he just would like it as a keepsake. Or I'd like it as a keepsake. I have lots of baskets, as you can see. It's nice just having a variety when I want them, but some of these will go out to the trash, I'm sure. Some of these woven things were from Mexico, but the colors faded, so I don't know that I'll be able to keep them. Things like this especially, I wouldn't want to put food in. Today is Tuesday, and we keep one of our to work. And some The next unpack. And it's of art. This is a photograph. What it These 2 boxes were Halloween things. Lots of miscellaneous masks and mouthpieces and trick-or-treat candy holders, cardboard decorations, a plastic wall hanging, and then miscellaneous costumes, the felt ones. I don't think there's any way I can clean them, and they're not worth dry cleaning. This was the Peter Pan costume and the Captain Hook, the clown costume, and the shoes, various rubber masks with hair. I guess we'll try to clean those. Nothing really appears dirty. The tourist costume, the Sherlock Holmes costume. Okay. Mickey Mouse costume. Well, this is the cedar trunk, or whatever kind of trunk, that we had set things on when we came down and worked on the sump pump the first time and hooked up the second one. And it's totally wet and warped and was floating in the water. Not a big financial loss. It probably cost us about $15 or $20 at a rummage sale. Well, things are starting to look a little better. We still can't get the drawers open to Howie's tool chest, but the floor's been cleaned the whole way around with bleach, just in case. And all of this down under here has been cleaned out now. And I think we probably won't put anything back down there again. Luckily the water level had come almost to hit the bottom of all those other boxes, which would have been twice the mess of what we had. It did get into that one a little bit, but I'm not too worried about it. It's stuff I don't use. I think it's old craft stuff, and it just barely got an inch or so at the bottom. The repairman had to come back for the air conditioner again today, after we thought we had it running yesterday, after he spent 2 hours here. And it's not running right now, so I'm going to have to go upstairs and check and see what's going on. There's so much condensation that there's still water dripping everywhere. This area is just staying perpetually wet, and Howie thinks it's just because of all the condensation running off the water tank. And in this room, it smells a bit. Not as bad as it did yesterday morning. I think it's just as wet as it was yesterday morning, but after going over it with the shampoo, that helped with the smell quite a bit. And we do have a dehumidifier. Best Buy had 2 left and I bought them both. However, it seems to be very slow collecting water. I've only emptied 1 pail of water in about 5 hours. Well, wouldn't you know it, I had just gotten the boys to the baseball game, and the sky got very black, and there's thunderstorm warnings, and I got home just in time to get everything covered and put back into the garage. And these are potentially severe storms tonight. Oh, here comes Howie, I think. Yep, he was worried about it too. I bet Alex's game was canceled. I left Andrew to come home with somebody else.
If this guy steals, you got a free play at second, okay? Ryan, take the throw. Get ready to cover, Charlie. Keep your arms down. Okay, Chris. Good eye, good eye. That's it. Step up. Throw it. Tag him. Nice throw. Stand back, Chris. Nice throw.
Nice throw, Chris.
Keep your eye on the ball, David. Good cover.
That's it.
Thanks, Chris. Plays it far. One more.
Good eye, David. Good job.
How many hours? Chris, you got to squeeze this ball. 2 hands. Chris, 2 hands. Force. You don't have to tag him. It's a force. Squeeze that ball.
Put away, man. Way to watch.
To the batter, Alan. Come out. Step forward home.
You're Joe Blow.
Good night, man. Stay down. Stay down.
That's it. Good eye, Matt. Let's count up. 3-0. Hey, Matt, be a smart batter. Good eye, Matt. Good job. All right.
Chris, stay down, okay?
Way to hustle.
Stay down. There's only 1 out.
Hey, kid. Just like last time, kid.
That's it. Yeah.
All right, kid, keep your eye on that ball. Good eye, Kenny.
Stay down there, Chris. That's fine. All the way to play out.
Defense, come on, Angel.
It's actually started.
You can do it, kid.
He missed the first. He missed all the practice.
Come on, have some fun here.
And then he gradually took the swing away. Because of the broken arm. Good eye.
Chris, clearly fix your equipment. Come on. Okay, let's pick the bat. That's it. 1 out. Down ball, you're running. Fly ball, lifting. Plays at the there.
That's it.
That away, Ryan.
Good eye, Ryan.
Give him a big target,
That's it. Yeah.
All right, Alex.
Here you go, Alex.
One more, Ryan. Pass the ball. Erica, heads up. When.
Ooh.
I'll get it.
Try, Ryan.
Look on, Ryan. Smart up there.
Look on. Yeah, we're swinging.
Hey, Ryan.
Good eye, Ryan.
You're up. This is the one I hit. That far, it won't be a strike.
Back, Corey. Go to one, Charlie.
All right. Good job, Corey.
Good hustle, Corey.
Hey, BD. Go, David. Run.
Yes! Nice job. That's the way to say this. That's the way to hit it.
Good single, Dave.
That's it. Good hustle, man. Ben, get the back. Nope. Chris, get the ball. Get the ball. Get the ball. All right. Okay, come on in, guys. What's the score?
Get in, guys.
You don't want to 10. 10.
It's all right, Alex.
10. Okay, guys, we need him back.
That's all right. It's not your fault, Alex.
Yeah.
Awesome. Hey, Doug, you got to go on a grounder, okay?
Come home.
Okay, Alex, just get on base, buddy. Come on, Alex.
I ate at 5:30 and I went to bed at 8.
Okay, Alex, just keep looking.
Come on, Kevin, just throw it right to the glove.
Take your time between pitches. Think of what you're doing. Big step.
You ready, Erica?
There you go. Okay, heads up on the base pass. Hey, Doug, don't be careful on the line drive, buddy.
Oh, bases are loaded. That's why nobody's leading on. Nope.
Head that thing going.
Okay. Come on, Alex.
Come on, run now, run! You're okay, you're running. I know, run in. Show some enthusiasm. You scored a run. Good job.
All right, Kevin, settle down. We start right back.
Come on, guys, little cheering back there. We got a big inning going. Okay, you know what I'm talking about? Don't throw the helmet. Watch me on this one. Go, go. Get out, Alex, get out. Go, 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 go. Come on, Charlie, come on, Charlie. Get down, Charlie, get down. You guys, I don't want you looking back at the...
What happened? I wasn't even looking and hit him in the back of the head. Oh,
No, he's holding his stomach, it looks like.
no. Yeah, but he might have sneezed.
No! Good watching, Ben.
Step toward the plate.
Looking for your sweet pitch, Ben. That's what you want.
Good pitch. Good pitch, Alex. Same thing, buddy. Right to the middle. All the way to the glove. Good pitch, Alex.
Ben, don't help him, buddy.
Hey, Doug, move back. 2 feet. Oh,
Wait, Ben, way to be patient. Watch for your pitch now, Kurt.
All
right, Alex.
Brandon, you can do it. Good guy.
get in front of the ball first.
He's going Finkel!
Good job. Alex, go all the way to the glove.
No, we need them right now.
Out there.
Should I take the picture a little bit?
No.
Who's that? With the little low. Should I take a quick look at the scoreboard? And off he goes.
Thought that one looked like a strike, that last one. Can't see inside and outside here.
Should I stop now?
No, let's go ahead and get Greg too.
No, I mean, I'm taping Alex.
Oh, okay.
And we'll take a short break. Wonderful slide by Alex. And right now the ump is in the way. Let's watch the picture.
Good job, Alex. I wish you could see him home, but you can't. See you yet to get him home.
There's Alex. On third, you can see his number 7. And the batter, Greg.
Oh, straighten it out, Greg.
Alex is hoping to run home. Score is 7-5, National League.
Run the ball off.
The pitch.
Full count.
A full count, 1 out. Gallop on third. Here's the pitch. Swing and a foul tip. And Kurlowitz is on base. a big shot could really do a lot.
Silhouettes will get to second pretty quick.
Foul ball, out of play. And, nope, didn't miss. Get another view of Alex. Hurlowitz on first, waiting for the steal. And there he goes. He's there easily.
Let's just get this guy on base too. We don't care how we get a run, even if it's a walk.
Single scored 2 runs.
Getting too anxious.
Hurlowitz once again. Ball down in the
Full count again. Okay,
and he's on.
The Rangers, minus.
Battery is low.
Okay, turn it off then. Turn it off for now. Stand by.
This could be the final pitch of the game. Ball down low. Take a quick view of the scoreboard.
Look, Alex is leading off.
See it.
Trying to get them to throw to third, but they're too smart for that.
So now it's a full count. 2 outs. Bases are loaded. Bottom of the final inning. Or excuse me, top of the final inning. And American League down by 2. The pitch. Ball 4! And there goes Alex to start. And now the margin is only 1 run. A single in the outfield could
win the game.
Could win the game. But
A
then
walk would tie it.
walk would tie it. The pitch. Ball up high, and don't we all wish we can steal home? And since Alex is done batting, I will take a little break now. 1 ball could tie it. It's 3 now. Strike 1.
I can't believe they didn't give him the chase sign. But it would have been a strike anyway.
Ball 4! And it is now tied at 7. The base is loaded.
From the A's, Brian Reiser.
Runner on first, runner on second, and runner on third. Bases are loaded. The pitch. And we'll take another break because my arm is getting tired. 1 ball will take the lead for the American League, and it could be the winning run. The stretch and the pitch.
There it is.
Hits the runner, and he will take his base. It is now 8-7, American League in the top of the final inning. No? And I'm taking a break.